Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early July 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cappies. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for my Capricorn friends here in early July? It's Cancer season. Beautiful time of year, if I do say so myself. Let's get it going here. What energies, messages, insights can we share with our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. Let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cappy, please. Gods and Spirit team, and judging by the last few weeks, I think we might have another intriguing one on our hands, right? It seems to be a lot going on for the Capricorn collective lately. Lots of energies, lots of powerful vibes all around. Okay, now another theme that I've been seeing for you for a few weeks now is this very much water sign type of energy. Even though this is an oracle deck, like I often get this card in particular with a lot of the water signs, and that's how we've been starting off a lot of your readings, which could be a very good thing, right? Especially for creativity and stuff like that. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. So if you look at the imagery here, we have this lovely lady. It's like she's sitting under an umbrella. There's a beautiful etheric background. There's bubbles. So this is very imaginative type of energy, which could be great for a lot of Cappies, and especially when we mix earth sign, powerful earth sign energy like yourself with water sign energy, that really leads to a lot of potential. So for any Capricorn in this time, expressing yourself, using your imagination, using your creativity in any form or fashion is highly favored, especially if you're going through a bit of a stressful time. Spirit might want you to use that as a release valve. That's what I always say to the water signs when they get this energy, and I feel the same for you here. Very active mind. Now, the drawback to this type of energy, it could be a little pie in the sky, right? It could be someone that's daydreaming, head in the clouds type of energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just know that you might be overthinking something as well. But we're just going to put that down right there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the Cappies, please. What's going on? And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. And as I said, there seemed to be a lot of powerful energy shifting around you guys for the past couple of weeks. Last week's reading was titled Big Karmic Change, okay? And for several weeks, again, I've been seeing like tons of karmic cards. So a lot of Capricorns could be going through a big metamorphosis, a lot of shifts, a lot of changes in various different areas of life. It wasn't nailed down to one in particular, but just know that there could be some powerful things shifting. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be looking at your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going though. Let's get 3 cards out for my Cappies, please. What's going on for my good friends? Thank you. Okay, 7 of Wands, so there's that classic Capricorn determination. I like it. Let's not judge this too harshly just yet, though, because when I get the 7 of Wands, I always say this could be really, really good, but it could also be trying. It could be like a test of some sort. Let's get a couple more out. Thank you. Okay, Magician, very good, very nice. Yeah, tons of determination here so far. Again, with the powerful energy of this Magician right in the center. Let's get one more out, then we'll really piece it all together. What's going on for Capricorn early July? Early July, thank you. All right, Chariot. Yeah, so this could really be pointing to the time we're in right now, because we are in Cancer season, and we'll discuss that a little bit further. Very powerful energy still. So like there's an intensity to what I'm picking up here for a lot of you. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. At first glance, we have an intriguing mixture of elements happening. We got some fire, we have a very powerful major arcana in the center, and then we have some water on the back end. So I do feel like this could be separate things, it could be different aspects of the same thing. It all really depends. But the one thing that they all have in common is that there's a strong intensity to every single one of these cards. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all works together. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, the Seven of Wands. Now, I'll share something with you guys whenever I get cards read for myself. This card shows up 9 out of 10 times when I get a personal reading, and this could be a very good card. You see this person, they're up on a wall, they got the stick, and they're fending things off. So, of course, it could be territorial and protective. Could be a little aggressive from time to time, but a big thing with this in the positive sense is somebody that's not going to stop, can't stop, won't stop, nothing is going to stop me. So of course this can sometimes pop up when there's a tough situation or a problem or anything you might be dealing with. It could also be tests from the universe as well. In its roughest sense though, this could be someone that might feel cornered. I always say it's on a spectrum. I always say it's on a scale. So maybe for some of you have a little bit of cabin fever. You might need to shake something up. But in its roughest sense, it could be feeling trapped or like your hands are tied in one sort of way. So we'll see how this all plays together. Again, it doesn't have to be the most positive meaning. It doesn't have to be the most negative. To me, again, there's an intense determination here. So whatever it is you might be going through, or even if it's just life in general, I wouldn't expect anything to slow you down or stop you. Okay, especially in this time. Moving to the center, we have the Magician. Beautiful. So if there are certain things or situations you're going through, you might have more control over the situation than you think when the Magician is here. But again, very spiritual. Now, all major arcana, and you have 2 of them here, represent big, powerful themes in our life. And the Magician is all about manifesting and creating. So for a lot of Cappies in this time, whether you're purposely doing it, whether you're not purposely doing it, you could be magnetically pulling things towards you. So whether it's people, whether it's situations, the Magician is controller and master of all elements. We see it here on this card. Some of you might just be extra invested into spiritual things, spiritual topics, spiritual businesses. That could all be the case when this is here. But to me, the Magician is trying to control or pave a way or try to get something right. And in its roughest sense, this could represent someone you're connected to that might be overly controlling. Or sometimes it could point out things in our life, situations, trials that are out of our hands. So we really want to see how this all plays together. Again, it could be super, super positive. There might be something coming your way. If you've been making manifestations lately, like your power or your energy is dialed up extra, or there could be a manifestation coming in. Now, onto the back end, another very intense action card. We have the Chariot. Now, this connects to the zodiac sign of Cancer, so you might be connected to a Cancerian. Right now, at the time of this filming, we're in Cancer season. So, of course, the clarifier, it could tell us something, a theme, a big theme that you might be seeing over the next few weeks. Even though this is only a weekly reading, this could show us how the next few are going to go for you. Aside from that, this is an action card, one of the fastest moving in the deck. So it's like going from 0 to 100. It's blasting towards something like a rocket. So it could be some sort of big move, big action in the works when this is here. It could represent distance. It could represent travel. It could represent modes of transportation. So if any of you are dealing with things in your vehicle, this could be it. So you see how these cards are so interesting that it could be minor things, but also major. So we'll see. The energy is shifting and moving, that's for sure. But a big thing with the Chariot, there's a lot of determination. One thing I will say about it, though, in its rougher sense, the Chariot can be combative. Okay, so we have 2 cards on extreme ends that could be a little combative. Temper might be a little hot in this time. And another thing with the Chariot, once it starts going, it's very hard to stop. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Cappies. Let's see what's going on, guides and spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 7 of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, feel free to drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, 7 of Wands time. What is going on? What is that? Quit. Very first shuffle, the card pops out here. World. Okay. Okay. So remember I did say, like, I've been seeing a lot of karmic energy and change, shift-based type of vibes. There could be someone that is really, I don't want to say like averse to change or someone who like doesn't handle change well. I do know Capricorn is a cardinal sign, all about action, all about getting things moving. But when I see the world and the Seven of Wands, it could be someone that's trying to fight against a change. Like, no, 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 I want to keep this the same. So remember, that could be someone else's energy or it could be yours. Now, the world is a card of endings. It's a card of closing. It's a card of karma. Again, I always say it's not like the Ten of Swords where it could be super painful. To me, it's more of like a chapter closing and shifting, which I saw for you 2 weeks ago, if I remember correctly. So I do see somebody that is either averse to change, that's in your energy, or somebody who's trying to keep things as is or keep something. It's like, no, 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 I don't want this to change. I want to keep this the same. But sometimes the universe will put situations and things on our plate that, I mean, there's not much we could do about it. And I've been getting that feeling since the beginning as well. So there might be a situation, an important situation or a serious one where it's like, okay, there's something you might be able to do, but there's only so far that energy could go. Okay, that's something I feel like is very important here as well. You could do some things to try to change the outcome, but it's only going to go so far. So let's keep moving forward. Again, I see someone battling against the situation where it's like, no, I'm not just going to let this happen to me. It's very active. That's the one thing I will say. Let's keep moving. Again, all intense energies, all intense cards, all four of them so far. So there's a very strong energy here. Let's see what the Magician has to say. And it makes sense to me that the karmic card is still here because normally when I get the karmic themes, they linger for several weeks. So let's see what the Magician has. Why is that Magician here? Thank you. Okay, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Now, this to me feels like this could be somebody that is in your circle, but not yourself. So there is somebody's energy around you that I don't want to say it's like interfering with yours, but it's affecting it. That's a big thing I'm picking up here. Now, the Three of Pentacles, it could represent work things. So for a small portion of you, there might be something about your work situation or business or something about your finances that you're wanting to shift and change. Some of you might be trying to bring in more abundance, literally, when we have this alignment here in the center. But on an intuitive sense, when I see it, like Magician and the Three of Pentacles, you might really need to keep an eye on a specific person, whether they're purposely trying to do it or not, because this is a card of groups and our circle of people. So there could be somebody that's affecting your energy in a big way, whether it's someone that's making you feel a little bit drained or someone that you're not super confident in their vibe. I just feel like this person's energy in general is affecting yours, even if you don't quite realize it. So maybe take stock of that. But again, if that's not the case, if everyone around you totally cool, if you're energetically fine, this could literally be about work and finance and trying to bring that abundance in, which could be really nice, depending. This is also a very solitary type of energy I'm picking up here in the center, where it's like, no, I'll do this myself. I got this. I'll do this on my own. I don't know why that's coming through. But let's keep moving over to the Chariot. We'll see what that has to say. Then, yeah, we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Chariot here? What's this action about? Or this change, which we've been seeing. So what is going on with that Chariot? Thank you. What is happening? Quick. Very quick. The cards are popping up. Whoa. Wow, two of the fastest moving cards right here. We have the Fool card in the upright, Aries energy. So yeah, another cardinal sign. Actually, two more cardinal signs here with Cancer and Aries. Yeah, there is some sort of big fiery action coming in here. So I feel for a lot of Capricorns, especially with the intensity of the energy I've been picking up, there could be a situation or something you're going through that's been building. It's like the energy for a while. It's been building, it's been building, it's been building, and it is coming to a head in one way or another. When I see this Chariot and the Fool card, it's like, boom, action. So there could be something that happens, or there could be a situation where it's like, you've waited, you've waited, you've waited. Now's the time to strike. Now's the time to take action. This could also represent a person you're connected to as well. Remember, so if there's somebody that's been like waiting in the wings or not making a big move, I would expect some very fast, explosive action here, where like things pick up steam really, really quick. Because again, I've been feeling this energy building, and it's so intense. So there is going to be some sort of breakthrough action here. which I like. Now, again, this could be in various areas of life. It all really depends. If you've been feeling that pressure build up in a work-related thing, that might be the area of life we're talking about. If it's been in an interpersonal relationship, that could be it as well. So it all really depends. I like the Fool card though, because we have a lot of yin yang energy here. We have the last major arcana, we have the first one, we have all very powerful energy here. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card, because the intensity is really strong. Position number one, before we get into the shadow, we have the Seven of Wands with the World in the upright. So to me, I did say this could be an important or serious situation someone's going through. A big vibe I was picking up here is someone that's a little bit averse to change, or they're trying to keep something the same, or they're like, oh, no, I don't really want to switch this up. Can it just stay as is? But another thing here is sometimes there's nothing we could really do, or there's only so much we can do to affect the outcome. So that's a big lesson, I guess, that's embedded here. Into the center, we have the Magician with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So a vibe I'm picking up here, twofold. One, some of you might be either attracting abundance or trying to switch something in business or work, where it's like, no, this isn't quite working, I want to change this up. But again, I can't let go of that vibe that there could be somebody surrounding you where their energy is affecting you in a much bigger way than you think. I mean, some of you might be very intuitive. You might realize that and know it already. So that would be confirmation. But just know, especially if it's like a drained energy. Moving to the back end, though, we have the Chariot with the Fool card. In this time of Cancer season, there could be a lot of new journeys that start for you. But a big thing I've been picking up was the intensity of the energy just building up to a breaking point. So there could be some sort of explosive action. If there's something you've been dragging your feet on, you might make a move on it. If there's somebody you've been connected to or they've been laying low, they might start making moves real quick. It just feels very intense and explosive. So please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I mean, no huge red flags here, but let's see what's in the shadows for my Cappies. Please, my guides, talk to me. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, shadow card time. What do we got? What do we got? Thank you. Okay, lovers. So personal connections, relationships, kind of like the theme I was picking up here about the energy of others affecting you. Now, the lovers could be a Gemini that you're connected to when they show up in the shadows. Again, that could be speaking of an unseen link between you and this Gemini. But what do the lovers generally speak about? Aside from choices, which can represent, it's the people we surround ourselves with. And it doesn't always have to be romantic. Of course, some of you could be going through some romance things in this time where someone's left a big mark on you or someone's energy is still with you. That's the big vibe I'm picking up here in one form or another, whether for good, bad, or indifferent. We're picking up the vibe of an important individual, possible soul tie here, where their energy is still with you or still affecting you in one way or another. Now, all partnerships in this time, when this shows up as a shadow card, could be affected by the events that you're going through right now. Okay, once again, whether good, bad, or indifferent, when I see the lovers in the shadows, it's like, okay, there's going to be a ripple effect of like what you're going through and how it's going to emanate out towards all your connections. So pretty powerful there for a shadow card, but we're just going to leave it at that, Capricorn. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The link is down below, but for the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of another one of my favorite decks, the Wizard's Tarot. Absolutely beautiful and works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, since I have the travel bug lately, let me know down in the comments what is the most beautiful place you visited in person. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.